Okay, good evening, YouTube. I tried to do this on my other social media platform, but I just can't deal with Facebook. It's I just can't deal with some of the folks. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys a little bit this evening, and what I want to talk to you about is, I have seen more horrible things um, while we're, how can I say this? Let me just put, okay, let me rephrase this. Um, what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to figure out a way to say this. Um, I have seen a lot of horrible things like sickness, and people are bedridden. People are um, can't walk, can't talk, cancer, diabetes, heart attacks, strokes, all of that. Um, I used to be a caregiver once before because I love caring for people. The pay was very cheap, but I wasn't there for that. I was there because I simply love taking care of people. And I was a funeral home director and an embalmer. And I love doing that because I love taking care of people, even at the end. And I've always been dibbling and dabbling in herbal, holistic medicine and plants and clean eating because I like, once again, taking care of people. But that I have, the saddest thing, what I have seen is when our babies, our toddlers, our children, our teenagers die from horrific diseases. Um, Not just cancer. Don't let them feed that to you that it's just cancer. I have seen little toddlers die from asthma attacks, teenagers die from asthma attacks, heart disease, diabetes, strokes. I'm talking about children, um, obesity. And it is very sad to see a mother standing over her little children, little bitty children. Casket is about this tall. It is very sad to see a mother or a family, just a family period, crying because their babies are gone from a disease. And when I used to work in the funeral home, I used to see so many horrific things that come in, especially when a child or a teenager or something, you know, just a kid, period, and they come in and they have had an autopsy. And I won't go too much into details, but I can tell you this. When a child or anyone comes into the funeral home and they have had an autopsy, we have to bring them back to the funeral home as a funeral director or as an embalmer. And we have to unstitch this, unstitch this, and we have to go in and rearrange organs, wash things down, and place them back into the body, okay? And me, the how can I say this? When I used to read the death certificates, I would never believe everything that was on the death certificates. I would always go back if they had an autopsy and I would look at the organs. And from the autopsy report and from me looking at the organs could tell me a lot more than the medical examiner want to put on the autopsy report. Y'all follow what I'm saying? That let me know right then that I needed to keep on doing what I was doing as far as showing people how to eat to live. How to eat to live. I seen so many little babies and little children come into the funeral home when they had an autopsy, because that's the only way I can see the organs if they had an autopsy. Hearts were enlarged. Um, the brain, instead of being pink, it was very, very, very dark green or very, very dark gray. Very, 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 very hard. And the brain is not supposed to be hard. The skull is hard, but not the brain. Um, the lungs, very, very much swollen with a lot of mucus. So I had an advantage over other embalmers. That was, a lot of embalmers are there just to do a job. I was there on some science. I was there being nosy, and I loved my job. But I was also very nosy because um, like I said, I used to look at the death certificate or the autopsy report. And when I looked at that, looking at what they had written down for this baby or teenager or kid, it never added up to me. It never added up to me what I saw in the organs and what the medical examiner had put on the autopsy report. So it was very interesting to me. And what I'm coming to you tonight to say is that this week here, I have seen, heard, I have gotten videos, and of a lot of babies dying, and it wasn't from COVID. It was simply from heart disease, asthma, diabetes, heart attacks. 5-year-olds having heart attacks now. Strokes. 10-year-olds are having strokes because what I have learned over the years is that it is all in what we give our children. Think about this. Just think about this. How in the heck can a 10-year-old have a heart attack? Don't you know it's something that has to do with the food? In 10 years, your blood pressure has gotten that high from birth up until now that you have had a heart attack and you're dead now. It's in our it is in our food, people. It's in our food. It's in our drinks. It's in our water. What I'm trying to tell you guys is that when you try, I hear a lot of mommies saying, I got to get myself right for the summer, or I got to do a cleanse, I got to do a detox, I'm going on a fast. What about your children? Don't you all want them to fast? Don't you want them to detox? Don't you want to give them some sea moss, some black seed, some yarrow, some astragalus root, some yellow dock, some rosemary, some dandelion root? Don't you want to give your kids that? Don't you want to give them some cascara sagrada to clean out their colon so that they won't be obese? Don't you want to give them some ginkgo biloba so that they can think straight? Why is it all about us as parents all the time? I often hear parents saying, I got to get myself right. And another thing that just raised my wigs is when I see mommies going to get them a nice big salad, and then they'll say, now let me go and get these kids something from McDonald's. This is why this is one of the reasons, not all the reasons, but this is one of the reasons why our children are dying so fast before us from all of these ailments, is because a lot of us parents want to feed them garbage. We are too lazy to get up and get a pack of green beans and put them on, um, some corn, some mixed vegetables. You can buy that from Aldi's grocery store. Mixed vegetables, frozen mixed vegetables would cost you what, 49 cents. You can, and then you can get the organic kind that will cost you what, I don't know, maybe $1 a bag or something, or you can get fresh. But it is not expensive to eat clean. Don't believe that. That's the garbage that they want you to believe. If you stay in the produce section, you'll save your lives. We have to save our children's lives. We can't have them constantly dying from all these diseases, and then we have to go and make funeral arrangements, and all of this can try to be. You can try to avoid it. You can try to avoid it. So let's stop thinking about ourselves so damn much and worried about how we look. We're trying to get our booties bigger, our breasts bigger, our stomachs flat, liposuction, biposuction, any kind of suction we can get. It's all about us, but it's never about the children. So shame on you if you're the parent that gets you a nice big salad and you're baking your fish and you're doing everything, but your children are eating from McDonald's, Burger King, White Castle, Wendy's, and all the toxic food that's going to put them in their graves sooner than they should be. I don't understand this. And if this video offended someone, more than likely it's going to offend the guilty. Okay? I'm not saying anything that's not the truth. Am I lying? No, I'm not lying. I'm just speaking truth. And that's all I have to say this evening. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some, maybe some, um, what, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I hope it gave you something where you could say, well, you know what, I'm going to feed my kids better. I'm going to do better. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do better for my kids' sake. Because us as parents, most of us are all messed up already on the inside, you know. But we don't have to mess our children up, okay? Feed your kids good food, okay? And forget about what they don't want to eat. Well, that ain't what they want to eat. Who's the parent? You or them. Who's in control of the kitchen? You or them. And another thing, if they don't eat, they're not going to starve themselves to death. Soon they're going to eat them damn vegetables. And if they don't eat, that's okay. Now they're fasting. Give them juice. Give them green juice. Give them water. Children can fast on water. It's not going to hurt them. What it will do is going to build their cellular system up. So if they don't eat even for 2 days and they just want to eat fruits, they just want to eat oranges, that's okay. Don't sweat that. It's better for them to fast and just eat fruit because they're angry because you're cooking vegetables all week, instead of you giving them McDonald's and Burger King, something that's going to raise their blood pressure, send horrible signals to the brain cells, clog up their arteries, have them obese, high blood pressure, asthma, heart attacks, and strokes for a 10-year-old. Doesn't make sense, okay? So, that's all I had to say, guys. I'm tired, I'm sleepy, but I just wanted to let you all know that this is a mess that I'm seeing. A real mess, and it doesn't have to be this way, okay? So I will talk to you guys later in the next video. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also hit your notifications button so when I come back on again, you can see another awesome video. And like I said, if this video offended you, then you're probably the guilty one, okay? Talk to you later. Peace and blessings.